300,000. 300,000.
Damn, like that's a hefty price, my nigga. Rappers aren't even getting paid $300,000 to sign. Damn, now this nigga want 300 for the beat. DDG getting extorted out his song, bro. Let me watch this video so I can see what's going on.
And while a lot of us may know who he is, it was only recently that he actually had the biggest viral song he's had in years, a song that many of you are well familiar with.
When I'm out of town, I be tripping, I be on one.
The song Pink Dreads was originally
Damn,
made
bro, that
on
song really went that
Platboy
big.
Max's live stream during the series that he calls In the Booth, where he essentially takes an artist and tries to create and record a hit song from absolute scratch in front of the entire live audience. Now, the songs don't always go on to go crazy, but this particular song was so well received by the audience that before it was even released, it had already made its way to TikTok, and within just a couple of days already had over 10,000 videos made. And by the time the music video dropped, it was basically game over. The song now has over 100,000 videos made on TikTok and 10 million streams on Spotify. With the music.
All right, so hold up, bro. So you telling me these boys made this song from scratch, from nothing at all? Decided, I mean, it's obvious that's what the boy Platboy doing. I don't think Platboy been dropping hits like that for real. I think this damn not the first hit he dropped. But is you telling me these boys is grabbing beats from out of nowhere and these boys is turning around and suing for the beats? Oh, that's crazy work, my boy. That's crazy work. Boy, niggas getting greedy, don't they? Like, damn, instead of sharing the wealth, you boy want to take the bag. Ridiculous work,
music
man.
Video reaching a couple million in just a few weeks, making it Platboy Max's biggest song that he's ever produced, as well as DDG's first potential hit in a long time. However, neither of them could have possibly imagined how this amazing moment was about to change into something much darker. It was January 8th, 2025, when fans logged on only to realize that their beloved music video was no longer on the platform. Many were confused as to why, but absolutely nobody was more confused than DDG himself, who spent his time and hard-earned money investing into the song and making sure that it became as big as possible. It was at this—
Hold up, bro. So, hold up. Make this shit clear, bro. So, these boys is literally just grabbing beats from the mid-air. These boys ain't talking to the producers. Nathan is going down. They just grabbing the beat and doing whatever with it. That's not smart at all whatsoever. Knowing that Platboy on the rise and knowing that DDG has already been making music, DDG of all should know better. What the hell is you using the beat for if you ain't even got a club? Y'all boy done shot a music video. You making hella TikToks. Y'all done got your hair dyed pink for the song and all. Like, this was a terrible business move.
Point that he was then contacted by the person responsible for the song's takedown and was told bold and directly that if he did not fork over 300,000 USD right now, the song would never see the light of day again. The person responsible for this is none other than a man named Zach Hiller. This particular individual is a manager for one of the producers who made the beat for Pink Dreads, and he was not going to stop until he cut out the biggest slice of the pie for both him and the producer.
This white man right here asked for $300,000, bro. No, kid you not. I swear to God on my life. On my life. This asked for $300,000, bro. 300,000. 300,000.
Damn, like that's a hefty price, my nigga. Rappers aren't even getting paid $300,000 to sign. Damn, now this nigga want 300 for the beat. Damn, my boy, guess you finna go buy 300 bands? No. The boy thought he was finna get signed to DDG. It sound like this a record deal offer. That boy want 300,000 for the beat. My nigga Jesus himself had to mix this beat for you be talking about 300K. Like, damn, my boy. You is disrespectful.
I said I will delete that for you. I will show you. I will send you the link. Matter of fact, I will hold your hand, bro. I will hold your hand like this and guide your finger to the delete button.
You really told him all of this, my boy?
Bro, the song ain't that big for you to be acting like that. And then your producer is a nobody. Let's be 100. Let's be honest, bro.
Yeah, Savage, I think you right. I feel like DDG probably should have cashed bro out first quarter. Like, how much you want for the beat? $100. All right, bet. Like, he should have secured that immediately. Soon he seen the stream was going up, but you never know. The beat makers was like, nah, it's good, y'all straight. Until later on, they was like, hell no, they bit blew up, but we need 300K.
The issue with this though is that the song has not made anywhere close to that much money. Not to say that it wouldn't have at some point in the future, but realistically, paying that much money for a beat, especially when it's not even the main producer of the song, is insanity. Not even Metro Boomin charges that much for a beat, and all this man did was legit add a few hi-hats and tweak the mix on a beat that was already made, and yet the main producer who actually made the beat himself is not asking for anywhere near that amount of money. And now that main producer, who has done nothing wrong, has to suffer due to this guy's bad decisions. But why was this a bad decision?
Hold on, let me read that. What that said? I've never been more mad at a person. Me and my team didn't touch the song. Blame that boy Zach Hiller. Again, he not on my team.
Who has
so how the hell he touched
wrong
the song?
Has to suffer due to this guy's bad decisions. But why was this a bad decision, some of you may ask?
What the hell?
I mean, surely Zach Hiller was just doing what any manager would do, right? Trying to make as much money for his artist slash producer as possible. But the truth is, there is not a single worse decision he could have made. Because not only was the song en route to do more streaming numbers than it ever had before, but it was about to get a publishing deal from a record label. And for those of you who don't know what that means, I will explain in a moment.
So I put the song out. His producer already agreed. Everything cool. Boom, boom, boom. Guess how much money the producer asked me for in the beginning?
Yeah, asked for
$30. 30. How did 30?
30. Bitch, you lying. A 30 ball. That's all he wanted. You lying. This nigga added, how many zeros he added? He came from 30. Shit, that boy put an extra 5 zeros after that 30. But we need 5 more zeros on top of that 30. Yeah, I know it's 30 at first, but shit. Song blowing up now. Let me get 300,000. Damn. Boy, that's crazy work. Boy, you is a little bit too hot out here, boy. You need milk immediately, my boy. You lying.
How did $30, bro? If I go on this man BeatStars right now, it's $30. He asked me for $30, bro. And to be honest with y'all, I don't have a problem with the producer. I really don't. I genuinely don't. I have a problem with this. This who I got a problem with. I've been talking on the phone with this all day. I'm talking about we go back and forth. I get on the phone.
Who the hell is Zach Hiller?
All right, bro, look, cool, bro. We'll give you 3 bands, bro. Like 3 bands, and we give you 2 points.
The producer want 30, but the producer manager want 300K. Oh, this nigga beyond greedy.
The song just got on Rap Caviar. What the f is you doing? We just started radio, tweaking. Goofy. Then gonna get a publishing deal. Y'all know how publishing deals work? Then gonna get a publishing deal. He gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Bro, I'm like, bro, you're gonna get a publishing. Your producer's gonna get a publishing deal off of this. You his career up. He like, no, we feel like it's not fair. We trying to get this money. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
A publishing deal is essentially when a record label allows an artist to keep 100% of the money that was generated from streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, but instead they take a percentage of the money that was generated from things like the song being used in the movies, TV shows, advertisements, etc. This typically ends up being a good deal for artists because realistically, most artists don't have the resources to track the usage of their song off the internet anyway. I mean, seriously, how are you gonna know if some random bar or club across the world is playing your song on a CD or using it in the background for one of their promos? You're not gonna know. But the record labels, on the other hand, have enough connections and resources that this all gets sorted out and they make sure that all royalties are paid. So the artist ends up making more money from this 50% of the publishing than the $0 that they would have collected from those extra sources anyway. Pink Dreads was about to get this kind of deal, and realistically, it's the perfect kind of song for this type of deal because its main claim to fame is being used by other people. It's not some random song that only has streams because they threw it on a big Spotify playlist or botted the numbers. This song is being used in so many places that you probably literally cannot keep track of it. But as you can see right here in the messages from Zach Hiller himself, he genuinely thought it would be a good idea to take down the song and try to strong arm the people who were responsible responsible for the song blowing up in the first place into sending him hundreds of thousands of dollars. But surely he must have known that this could have happened, right? I mean, he is a businessman. Well, not exactly, because if we're telling the truth, there is some amount of truth to the perspective that he had. And in many scenarios, trust and believe he might have actually come out victorious. But there is a very specific reason as to why this case is so different and led to his decision ultimately having disastrous consequences. First of all, who is a manager to a producer?
A kid, somebody who greedy as hell, somebody who need to mind his damn business, somebody who need to simmer down here a little bit too hot that chair, probably need way more milk than he can ever imagine drinking. Like, bro, in your right mind, what would make you think the best thing to do is to make the song go away? From what I'm seeing, nobody don't know who the damn producer is. Hell, the producer don't even know what the hell going on. He don't even know how the song got took down. But this manager feels like it's his best bet to try to get $300K out of him rather than worrying about the man's career in the long run. Like, this sound like just common sense activities. Like, who in the hell he think he is, bro? You trying to create a deal for some shit you don't even know how it work for real, bro. Bro, you a little bit too hot out here, boy. Get your ass some milk immediately, bro, and get your ass out the way.
Manager is the person working behind the scenes with an entity in the music business, like an artist, producer, etc., who deals with the business side of things on their behalf so that the creative can focus on actually making music. Whether the manager is a close trusted friend or someone who's simply employed by a management agency to manage an artist, their job will always be to try and get the artist the best deals possible and make as much money as possible. Zach Hiller's logic in this screenshot is that since Pink Dreads probably generated almost $100,000 so far, DDG and Max would most likely be willing to pay the $300,000.
Who the hell said it got $100,000 so far yet? Who said that?
To put the song back up because they knew that it would eventually make the money back. And surprisingly, as I said before, as crazy as it may sound, there are actually scenarios where he would have probably come out victorious by doing this. And that's because managers in situations like these are usually dealing with traditional record labels. You see, because record labels are massive financial entities that only care if they make back their money in the long term, if the label thinks for even a second that it will make back their money or double it or triple it, even if it takes 3 years, I am telling you, there is nothing that they would not do. This is because the entire game of a record label is to burn money on 10 different artists in hopes that at least one of them will become a superstar and make back all the money that was invested in those failed artists tenfold. Whichever record label you'd be strong-arming into a deal is already so rich that I promise you they will give you whatever amount of money you want if they think that they can remake that money in a year and triple it over the next 5 years. They do not care about making money today because they're in it for the long game. However, Pink Dreads was not released by some massive faceless corporation with millions of dollars and no emotion. It was released by two independent individuals who blew it up using their own strength and hard work, which means if you piss them off enough, they have the full right and ability, in Jamaican terms, to tell you to suck your mother. No, with that
Sakyamara.
That being said, as much as individuals do have emotions and egos that make them less likely to go along with this sort of thing, a person can still very well become a victim of extortion simply because they just don't have a choice. They need that song to put food on their table. But it seems like Zach did not remember that DDG is already rich, and Platboy Max's main income is not even 1% from music. Maybe if DDG was some starving artist who was solely relying on this song to keep his name relevant and be his main source of food, then sure, he would have probably succumbed to the extortion and screamed and cried, but eventually did as these people asked out of pure fear that he would lose his primary ticket to fame. However, not only does DDG have an established rap career that spans back years, but he is literally pretty much a B-list celebrity now, considering his entire relationship with Halle Bailey and all the media attention he's received. So you tell me what business a guy who is basically as famous as some of your favorite actors and more famous than a lot of rappers has been extorted started by some random nigga on the internet. I promise you, ain't nobody taking this level of disrespect over one song. It's like trying to use money to manipulate Drake to do whatever you want. It's literally Drake. If you genuinely fail to see that respect and ego will always play a part in business negotiations, and instead of treating those you work with like actual human beings, you view them as just walking checks, especially if you're the type to prioritize immediate financial gain over long-term success, you will ultimately fail. Because trust me, that song had the potential to make millions, and now it's gone. Platboy Max is on one of the biggest runs of any streamer ever, and will probably be on a similar level as Kai Cenat by the end of the year. This song being so integrally attached to his career meant that as Max continues to grow, so would the song. And this is better promotion in the world than anybody or any record label could possibly pay for. If Zach Hiller and the producer had just sat back and waited, they could have still been collecting royalties a month from now, a year from now, and many years down the line. But now they have nothing, and are being witch hunted by the internet as shady individuals. But unfortunately, such is the game of the music business.
That nigga is tripping. You ask that boy, that nigga is tripping, y'all. Tell that boy to go on get his ass on out of here. You hear me? I want to hear what DDG has to say about this personally.